Alright, back at it again with the good music and just good overall dungeon. So, last time on Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, we owned Bowletta so hard that she just decided to blow up the chessboard we were playing on. Just decided, screw it, I'm going to bring Bowser's Castle into the equation, and I'm just going to ruin everyone's day. And so now we're in Bowser's Castle to stop Bowletta for good.
The equivalent of shutting off the console when you lose a Mario Party.
The equivalent of bringing out a gun when you're playing Mario Party.
I've actually read fighting game guys that are like, if your opponent does this, punch them in real life. Because it's your only hope.
Yeah, so we've just been projectile spamming, and Balletta's like, no, fuck you. So yes, we've also been defeating the Koopalings as we've been going because, you know, our dad looks different, but whatever, we're not gonna judge. We hate the Mario Brothers. Bowser still hates the Mario Brothers, so let's fuck up the Mario Brothers then. Let's have a good time.
So, were the Koopalings not being Bowser's children, was that a retcon, or was that like a thing that American audiences always believed, but Japanese audiences like knew from the get-go?
It might have been an assumption, probably, because I mean, what else would they be? But personally, I like to think that the Koopalings are just adopted. That's
yeah.
They actually meant they're not Bowser's biological kids. He just adopts a lot.
Somebody just left a very large basket with 7 awful infants in it.
Yeah, you know, we have Morton Cooper Jr. Morton Cooper was a very close friend of Bowser's. Unfortunately, something happened to him, and, you know, he entrusted his son to Bowser's care.
Are we giving Bowser, like, a Ganondorf-esque backstory of, like, kind of fucked up, like, childhood, kind of?
I mean, his childhood, he was a punk. This is well established.
I coveted those mushrooms, I suppose.
The wind is blowing. So, hey, guess what? We also have one of these side-scroller segments in this final area as well. Did you think we'd be skipping out on these? No. This is a final dungeon that makes sure you go through everything. When they say everything, they mean everything. Can't quite get those from here, so we'll have to loop back around. But yeah, my personal headcanon with the Koopalings is that they're adopted, and also, all these years where they didn't really make an appearance, you know, that's when they were all off to college. But then eventually they came back and, you know...
And they came back and they were the same age.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to be fair, we don't really know what the life cycle of a Koopa is. So it could just be that they're kind of a similar, like, growth type to the Saiyans, where they just sort of eventually age out of nowhere.
They just undergo metamorphosis in their sleep.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we've seen Baby Bowser, we've seen Adult Bowser. When have we ever seen Teen Bowser? Never.
Much like Jesus, Bowser's childhood and teenage years are kind of lost to time. We got the birth, we got the adulthood, but what was Bowser doing as a kid? We don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, when he was a baby, he was basically a child. Like, Baby Bowser's kind of a stand-in for Bowser's childhood in general. That kid could talk really well. And was also an absolute brat.
That's just what Koopas sound like when they babble.
Babu Babu Green Donkey. Oh man, a quiz? Dang it, I didn't study! Alright, so yes, it's kind of, you know, giving us a wink wink nudge nudge. Hey, how do you solve this puzzle? So yes, the simul blocks, it's been a little while since we've seen these things. Just gotta hit them at the same time with Mario and Luigi. Nothing too difficult. Oh, no, you stay on the same level, Luigi. Alright, and what do we get by hitting this final block? Oh, we get Roy. Alright. Alright, well, here's our next boss, so let's get right to it. Or not. I guess this wasn't Roy's room.
I would love it if you didn't push that block, you would just jump up there and the portal would be there.
Alright, oh my god, a cowardly attack from Roy! That's not the actions of my boy at all. Alright, so, starting at this Koopaling fight, we have a time limit. We have to defeat the boss within 8 turns, or that thing will explode, killing us instantly. Quite the dirty trick Roy's brought. So yes, as I mentioned last time, Roy is the one who actually had shockwaves in Super Mario World, so he'll use those, but also he can do the border jump as well. Why? I don't know. Roy just really hates your guts. Roy just hates you personally. That's why he brought a bomb to the fight. So yeah, of course if you're having trouble, Mush Badge is absolutely a helpful thing to have here. I would highly recommend that if you don't have enough power to take out the Koopaling. Otherwise, it's really not too bad. And he's doing the border jump again, because of course he is. He didn't even get into his shell in Super Mario World. You're real off-script, Roy. You're such a punk. Yeah, I briefly contemplated Fire Bros before remembering, oh yeah, Bowser Castle boss. He'd probably just eat the fire. And he will. And yeah, we're not showing off any shockwaves because, you know.
We're on a time limit. He fucked around and he found out.
Yeah, he fucked around, and I was really annoyed by his fucking around because I don't like that attack. Don't make me deal with a border jump in the middle of a fight. I didn't want to deal with that in the overworld. Alright, 90 stash. Not bad, Luigi, not bad. That's kinda bad, though. I haven't been getting so screwed over by the wheel for, like, the entire game. I've very rarely, if ever, gotten high numbers, but you know what? This game is still absolutely playable, even without getting good numbers on the wheel. You will not get stat screwed.
The LP curse is alive and well.
Wah wah. Alright, so yeah, if you want to backtrack a little, you can get an Ultra Mushroom, and a Super Syrup. So, hey, let's just use our magic briefcase, and hey, we're back up here, cool. Anyway, on to the next. So, if you've been paying attention, and if you're intimately familiar with the boss order of Super Mario World, you might be able to guess who we're fighting next. But first, Boos. Boos have a lot of defense, not a lot of HP, though. That's their big thing. They're that kind of enemy. They also have the ability to steal a command. So they can steal your attack, bros, or item. I forget if they can take run. I don't think they can. It's still a dick move no matter what, though. So yeah, absolutely do not get hit by them. When they're doing a face like that, they're going for Mario. If they're doing the weird eyes, they're going for Luigi. And yeah, pretty much any rapid multi-hit move is going to be the best option for Boos as well.
Mm-hmm. Anytime you got an enemy with high defense, low HP, you bust out the rapid hit moves.
Yep. Yeah, Chopper Brothers is always broken, but it's I don't want to say necessary here. I've defeated Booze without Bros attacks before, but hey, you know what? Actually using Bros attacks actively in battle has actually been really fun. I recommend it. Use those syrups and just Bros moves constantly. Turns out the game is actually much better when you have extra commands. Who would have guessed that the special attacks aren't just for bosses?
Turns out when you use all the tools available to you, games are more fun.
Yeah, weird how that works out. And that's why you should stop resource hoarding immediately. You can use those syrups, I promise.
But I only have 87 of them.
It's the final battle! I feel like we've referenced that, perhaps even in this LP before.
Oh, I think it was like last week.
Well, you'll be hearing this joke multiple times, viewers. And of course, here's this puzzle. Well, not really a puzzle. Here's this thing you have to overcome.
Listen, if our viewers are going to be mad at us referencing the same things over and over again, I have bad news.
Look, there are only 7 stories. That means there's also only 7 jokes as well. Don't ask me for the math on that one. I don't know. You figure it out. That's the annoying thing is, if you get too close to the rollers, then the game's like, ah, you can't use the hand here. That's impossible. And yeah, you can just switch the rollers back in case you want to backtrack, but like, I don't know. I don't see much of a point. Alright, so we come into this area and hey, it's Wendy! So yes, much like in Super Mario World, she's inhabiting pipes. But if we try to hit her, the second hit is hard to do. She'll just go back very quickly. Which is why this gate is conveniently placed right here. So we'll just get Luigi on the ready.
But he's just like, hey Luigi, what are you doing?
I'm doing this. And yeah, that's all you gotta do. Wendy's real mad that you figured out her puzzle. And of course she also has a Bob-omb. So, much like in Super Mario World, she'll of course also have a clone attack, which she wasted no time doing, because of course she didn't. Why'd she do anything else? Thankfully, Thunder Brothers is very helpful. But she also has a unique attack, because, as always, she's the only character with those hoop rings on her arms, the bracelets. That's what those are typically called, so she's got that attack. That is a simultaneous attack, so you do have to dodge with both brothers at once, and it is pretty tricky. Of course, if you're the type of person to dodge with both brothers anyway, you might have a lot of practice going in, so it might not be the biggest deal. But you do also have to dodge that one twice, because, you know, it comes in, you dodge it, it tries to crush you, you gotta dodge it again. Yeah, took down all you want. Wendy's not really got any more tricks, though, so I think we're done here. Yeah, you can do the clones all you want, but like, hey, guess what? Thunder Brothers, I kinda got your number now. You should just give up.
I joked earlier about skipping a boss. I read today about a game called Magi Nation, which is a Game Boy RPG. And in that game, like, the MacGuffin you're trying to get from the bosses, one of the bosses is like, well, if I give this to you, will you leave? And if you say yes, she'll just give you the thing, and you don't have to fight her. Except, at some point during the next world, she will just barrel into the room and say, you said you were going to leave, and then fight you anyways.
That rules. Oh, that's so good.
You could lie to me?
I didn't just mean that particular room. I just jumped into a boo, killing it instantly. Very nice. Means we don't have to see that fight, which, you know, quite frankly, I'm fine with. Boos are not really my favorite enemies to fight. They end up being kind of samey and not terribly interesting. This is just a really cool room overall. You know, the Thunderhand room wasn't great, because that's the same puzzle we've seen a lot, but this one, familiar setup, but this time, when we use the Flame Hand, we just barrel through these walls.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, like, there's nothing particularly difficult about it, but it's cool.
Luigi is here to give all the kids their favorite fruit punch.
Mr. Luigi's is going to give it to you. Alright, so we've got this puzzle from Joke's End, but hey, it's an okay puzzle, and now that I don't have to deal with the Joke's End music, yeah, I can enjoy this puzzle. Dang, that sure is some simultaneous jumping. You gotta jump with Luigi, then Mario. You know, it's not quite... It's not simultaneous, it's one after the other, but, you know.
Consecutive.
Which is entirely different. But yeah, like everything else in this dungeon, pretty simple, but I don't really think difficulty is the name of the game here. It is mostly just here to, you know, let you do all these things very quickly. You get to use all the moves, and it feels really good to just use everything at the end. Honestly, that's kind of Final Dungeon 101. You should use the stuff you've been given throughout the game. Even if it's not the hardest thing, you should still use stuff.
So it's time to just completely obliterate somebody.
Yeah, I decided, alright, we've seen so many Koopalings. I think at this point, we're good to just obliterate one, right? I've earned it.
So is this also going to coincidentally be your least favorite Koopaling?
I mean, in terms of personality, yeah, Larry is nothing. Like, from this segment, you can kind of glean that there's something about sports with him. He is the closest to the sporty one, I guess. He has sports aesthetics often. That is all you can say, though. He just looks like some of the other Koopalings, like Lemmy, but more boring. In terms of a fight, though, he's kinda samey. Not too hard. Honestly, I would say probably either Ludwig or Roy are the worst, just because of, you know, the border jump.
He's also doing the DreamWorks face.
But yeah, he's got the fireball attack, but he can just tennis racket it back at you. And he decided, hey, you used a pepper, so I'm going to take advantage of your weird attack timing and go after you, Mario. But yeah, now let's just absolutely destroy Larry, because he's really shown off the only unique thing he can do.
I'm astonished.
And if you're wondering, yeah, Mario had the glove, power glove, so I didn't actually have to worry about hammer timings. I did kind of forget about that. But yeah, Larry just destroyed himself with his own attack because, you know, even counterattacks will kill the hell out of somebody if you've got this much power. So yeah, let's equip something more normal. I had my fun with a Mush Badge. I just wanted to show how absolutely devastating it is. Like I said, if you want to use the Mush Badge against the bosses here, no shame in that. Just dunk on them.
You're having trouble with this part of the game. Just put on the Mush Badge AA. That's basically easy mode.
You never have to worry about anything ever again. So yeah, this one only raises the power of counterattack, so I'm not worried about being too broken from this, so that's going on Luigi just so I can get a bit of extra damage in. So that's all the Koopalings. Larry is the last one because he was the last one in Super Mario World, and that's the only reason, because again, he's very boring. So personality-wise, he's the least interesting one to be the last one. It didn't matter as much in Mario World because none of them really had that much personality. But here, yeah, he just sucks. But we do still have one more boss left to fight, because hey, the henchman is still here. Don't bring up the angry son. Nobody likes that guy. Hey, oh god. He just flashed the Mario Brothers.
Henshin!
Now here's my disco outfit! I do really like this intro, though. It's weird. And he's just like, alright, here I go. Wait a second. Actually, as far as minions go, I kinda kick ass. I'm the reason Caclet is still alive. Oh, yeah. Put that away. Don't like Fawful with an antenna. Behold, Fawful has stolen Popple's theme! Oh no! The Fiend. So, Fawful is actually a very tough fight. First and foremost, while we did do some counterattack damage there, if we try to attack this, we didn't do any damage to his capsule. It's the absolutely safe capsule, except, he can just, you know, leave it when he wants. Alright, so this attack is very tricky. I had trouble until I realized the tell of that attack, which is, when the lasers turn white, that's when you jump. That is the exact timing you need to dodge them. So pay attention for that, and you're good. And yeah, right here, for some reason, Try As You Might is highlighted in red, which makes you think, oh, I need to do something with Mario. Sort of. Mario helps a lot, but Luigi can also do it. You just have to attack him until he gets annoyed with you, and then he does that. Managed to destroy all those orbs there, but now his device has overheated, so he is weak. Now that being said, of course he is flying, so ground attacks won't work on him. Thankfully, Chopper Brothers is not a ground attack. Now, he should have an extra attack, but he's not doing it yet. Which means, hey, free volley on him. Guess that was more of a golf, if anything. But yeah, after a few turns, though, he does go back into his capsule. So let's see, there's one more annoying attack he has, and yeah, it's this. He just flies at you very fast. The indication for which brother he's attacking is obvious, but boy, that's a fast attack to dodge with a hammer. But yeah, when I said Mario isn't necessarily the solution there, you can use Luigi, but Chopper Brothers will just instantly knock him into this phase of the fight. And yeah, if you don't destroy all of the orbs, he counterattacks by just flinging them at you. The more you destroy beforehand, the better. That makes them easier to dodge. And he'll still overheat even if you don't destroy all of the orbs, which is good because this battle would be extremely difficult if it forced you to perfect that segment every time.
Yeah. And also, like, it wouldn't make sense because if you destroy the orbs, you knock him out of the attack sooner. Mm-hmm. Why would it be more hot?
But yeah, if you're good with simultaneous hammer defenses, though, you should be able to destroy all of the orbs without them attacking you, which is good, because that attack can be kind of difficult to dodge, mainly due to the fact that eventually the orbs start at a distance that's too far away to hit Mario or Luigi, but then they'll just shift into a position where they can't hit them. And when they suddenly decide to go from one state to another, that's when it's pretty hard to dodge. The more sparse they are, the better. Oh, here's a new attack. So yeah, destroy this block above us before the timer hits 0, because when it hits 0... Foot Beam! Here we go!
Ah, like that one time Goku shot the Kamehameha out of his feet.
Yeah, you know, that one famous time where he does that thing.
I think it was the final martial arts tournament in original Dragon Ball. I forget who against. I don't think Tien.
Final martial arts tournament probably would have been Piccolo. I think that's the moment where he just blasts himself through Piccolo.
Did they really do that twice? Did Goku really blast himself through Piccolo twice? In 2 consecutive arcs?
Look, if Piccolo doesn't learn from his mistakes, then that's his fault.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Now, why is the dodge meme applied to you? You clearly need to learn that one. That's not the abridged character who should have said that. Anyway, yeah, we learned a new attack as we killed Fawful.
This was quite the learning experience, eh, Luigi?
Hey, Luigi, that attack we just used to defeat Fawful, I think we could make it better.
Fawful's just exploding like a Toku villain in the background.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna kill Cacletta, aren't we? Looks at Fawful. Dead in the eyes. We will use this attack to defeat our greatest enemy. Well, he's probably gonna fall into the lava now. Oh, well, good for you, Fawful. Good for you. Oh no! A sneaky attack! And here is one of my favorite exchanges in the game. Aw, man. A caricature of a cartoon drawn by a kid who was stupid.
He's the dumbest fucking kid.
And here's Prince Peasley actually doing something. Hooray! And yeah, when I said exchange, I mean this.
The comeback is comeback upon! Peasley, you moron!
In the last moments of the finale won't relieve this damage the biggest freshness! God, this rules. He's not the only one who... Peasley isn't the only one to gloat too long, though. Fawful also falls for it. And once again, not having a good time with that hammer.
And Luigi gets the final blow to rescue his boyfriend.
Yep. Just fucking kills Fawful. Fawful flew through the sky and exploded in midair.
Yep, definitely dead, never coming back.
Like a Toku villain. So yeah, that is the last minion before Balletta's room. So, next time on Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, we've finished Cacletta off once and for all.